Hey, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration. I'm trying a new recipe that I saw on the internet, and it was a website called Balanced Nutrition, I think. So anyway, it's called Smashed Chicken Salad Wraps, and I'm going to make it for dinner tonight. I already had some ground chicken. You could probably use ground turkey also, but I prefer chicken. All right, first thing I did was I put my skillet on, and I'm putting some avocado oil in it. It said use any kind of neutral flavored oil. Okay, so I did that, and I guess the next thing I'm gonna do is grab this chicken, and I'm gonna add the spices to it. So it said, where's my measuring spoon? Here it is. A teaspoon of paprika. And then it said garlic powder and onion powder. So of course I'm not going to follow the directions because I never do, you know. So there's my teaspoon of paprika. I'm going to use our Pampered Chef 3 onion rub. Okay. Instead of onion powder. And I'm going to use some fresh garlic because I always prefer fresh garlic to any kind of powdered version. So I got a couple cloves of fresh garlic. I'm going to give them a quick cut. And I have my garlic press. And just press some of that in. And I thought I had a garbage thing. I guess I don't have a garbage thing set up here yet. Press some more in. And then it said salt and pepper, which I forgot to get. So let me grab my salt and pepper mills. You know, these electric ones. I love these. So we're gonna put some black pepper in here. You can choose how fine you want your pepper and salt ground. Okay, and I use pink sea salt in mine, so that's just a personal preference. You can use whatever you like. I'm gonna do something really ridiculous now. I'm just gonna stir with my scooper, okay, just because I know I'm going to use this in the chicken. All right, so this is just a pound of ground chicken. All right, there we go. Now I have my tortillas. This recipe specifically calls for flour tortillas, but if you want to use corn, go ahead. I'll put a scoop of chicken on here. This is my medium scoop. I'm going to put probably a scoop and a half. Large scoop would probably work better, but I grabbed the medium scoop, so that's what we're using. All right, going to use our fingers to do that. Press that down around here. And then the oil's heated up in the pan. So I'm going to put this face down in the pan and let it start cooking. And while that's working, and I will do that a couple more times, obviously. But while that's working, I need to get the chicken stuff out of the way so I can show you the rest of the recipe. Sorry, I just got to give my hands a quick wash. And, okay, so my next step is I'm going to grab all my lettuce. And this is one of the few times that I'm actually going to cut the lettuce, and I'm using my serrated tomato knife because I want my lettuce kind of small because it's going to go in wraps, okay? Because this is a chicken Caesar wrap. So you noticed I switched to a clean cutting board. That's what's great about these flexible cutting mats. You can just drop one and switch to a clean one. All right, I'm going to put this in my batter bowl. And got my cup slicer. And I washed these little tomatoes. So I'm going to use my cup slicer, which is like 5 blades. Kind of want them the right direction. I want my tomatoes kind of smallish. Normally I either put them in whole or I cut them in half, but I want them cut in what my grandson would call circles. So we are doing them in a specific direction. So see how I have little circles? Because I want them to be pretty small. Oops, you got to put this into this thing to pop them out. Now they're all popped out, okay? So that'll work on your strawberries and your mushrooms, but see how they're nice and small? All right, so I can hear that sizzling nice. We want to cook our chicken all the way through. I'm going to just dry this off a little because I got a mess there. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to make, oh, I forgot to put an ingredient in there, and that is some Romano cheese, okay? So we need Romano cheese in there. Really exact science, just throw it in, okay? All right, so our next step is to make the salad dressing. Whoops. Oh my goodness, nothing like your phone falling into the blender. Good thing the blender's not on. Sorry, having a moment here. Every time I do a video, I say I'm going to buy a new stand. Okay, here we go. Got my blender. You see all those blades in the bottom, and we're going to add some stuff to this blender. Actually, I'm going to check my food because it sort of sounds like it might be ready to be flipped, and I don't want to overcook it. Yeah, looks good. Okay. I'll flatten it a little. I'm going to turn it down a bit. I think I have it up too high. Okay, so now I'm going to add some stuff to my blender. What do I need to put in? I need to put in a clove of garlic. What did I do with my garlic? I'm putting in 2 cloves of garlic because, you know, I love garlic. So, where did my knife go? Really having a moment here. Okay, I'm going to put in my garlic. Should have peeled it before I started, sorry. Throw that in there. Okay, it's like too many cloves. Then we're going to put in 2/3 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt. No flavoring, okay? Make sure you buy plain and not vanilla on accident because that's easy to do. Non-fat Greek yogurt, okay. And then 2 tablespoons of mayo. I think my things are ready there. I'm going to turn that off. Sorry, my cat's having a little tantrum behind me. She wants me to give her treats every time I'm in the kitchen. And if I'm not giving her treats, then she cries the whole time we're in here. Okay, and then the next thing is a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. So, you know, put that in. I kind of like it mustardy, so I'm going to add a little extra. The cool thing about this salad dressing is it's not made on a heavy-duty mayonnaise base. It's only a little bit of mayonnaise, and it's mostly Greek yogurt, which is healthier and has some extra protein. So that's some Worcestershire sauce. Supposed to put in about a teaspoon. What did I do with my salt and pepper? Here we go. Just put in some salt. Oh, and I got to put in lemon juice. That's the other thing. 1/4 teaspoon salt. 1/8 of a teaspoon pepper. Lemon juice. I was like, wait a minute, where is my lemon juice? And measuring spoon. 2 to 3 teaspoons of lemon juice. So 3 teaspoons is equal to 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to put in almost a tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay, and I think that's all the ingredients. Yogurt, Parmesan. Oh, I didn't put the Parmesan in. You will miss something. A couple tablespoons of Parmesan because, you know, so. Well, in this case, I'm using Romano because I like Romano. But you can use Parmesan or Romano. All right, now we're going to grab this, put it on the blender base, and turn this into some salad dressing. All right. I just don't have enough space on my countertop today. Too many things going on here. All right, I'll pull this forward, put the lid on. I'll pull it a little bit farther forward. Okay, because I have the door open here. It doesn't want to put, the lid don't want to go on. Okay, gotta put that on, gonna turn it on, and I'm just gonna use the pulse function. Never mind, I'm gonna use the smoothie function. Cancel. There we go. Technical difficulties today. So this is the salad dressing. smells really good. So, the smoothie setting is actually 1 minute. I'm not going to do 1 minute. I'm going to do 30 seconds. We're almost there. All right. Back over here. So we're going to take some of the salad dressing and put it in this bowl. Toss it with the salad. I'm not going to put the whole thing of dressing in because everybody likes a different amount, and I would rather that we can add more at the table because that seems to always be a better way to do it. Okay, so give this a good toss. Now, so this is a chicken Caesar salad, but remember, I'm looking at this and I was thinking, where's chicken? Now, you can add croutons. I don't have any. Oops, I checked my closet and I didn't have any croutons. So, which is okay because we're eating tortillas. We don't necessarily need croutons in addition to tortillas. So, all right. Now what you do is you take this. Ooh, I way blackened this, so I need to pay more attention. So the next one I make will not be blackened because I will be supervising it better when I'm not fooling around with the camera. We're going to take some of our chicken's right on there, and we're going to put this in the middle. Now, if you want, you can add your croutons. And I'm just going to fold it up and eat it like a taco, okay? So that is our chicken Caesar salad wrap. It smells delicious. Even though I made it a little bit crunchier than I would like, it still smells really good. My husband doesn't care, so he'll just eat it crunchy. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you tried this recipe yourself. Have a great evening.